Well, hello guys. A new game from myself called Emotional Intelligence Simulator. This is a series of games for the PMP preparation. When I deliver trainings on the PMP prep, I always felt like this is a gap that I have because I can talk about theory on emotional intelligence, and I'm not a big fan of concept overall. I think most of it boils down to communication and communication skills rather than being an emotional intelligence or something like that. But when I was talking about it, and at least what it should be, I felt like my explanation was just lacking practice. So I decided to build an simulator that can help you guys simulate very difficult and tough situations. And your goal here is to find the right words. And AI is brilliant at finding the right words because AI is at the moment like, I don't know, university professor in literature. So I think that AI is exactly what we need, exactly the tool we need to practice our emotional intelligence. And why it's also important is that we don't have many chances to practice that, to be honest. Because we don't often appear in situations where the project is failing, everything is completely destroyed, and there is a blame game, witch hunting, everybody hates each other, and you need to do something about that. So you don't get to get into this kind of situations, and you don't get to practice that as well. But with AI, despite its being an practice situation, and you are not emotionally attached to that too much, but still you can practice finding the right words, and it will definitely help you when you appear in the crisis situation. So let's try it and let's see how it goes. Okay, I will play the scenario client lost trust, but you can choose whatever scenario you like. You can choose whatever scenario on the project you had. And very important, for this game to work as I expect, you need to use your you need to talk to AI rather than just write. Okay, so you are a project manager on a critical delivery for a major client. Despite your best efforts, the project hit delays due to international resourcing issues and scope creep. We were transparent about the risks, but today the client's executive sponsor has unexpectedly scheduled a call. The tone of the invite was cold. You're about to hear how they really feel. And the game asks us to turn the microphone on and begin speaking loud. When I prompt you, I will respond in charges as an angry client. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, the simulation begins now. Client enters the call, voice sharp. Let me be absolutely clear. This isn't a friendly chat. I don't trust your team anymore. You said you had things under control twice, and both times we ended up with delays, rework, and silence when it mattered most. Why should I believe anything you say from this point on? Your move. Speak aloud. How do you respond?
I understand your frustration, and I fully agree that the delays are unacceptable. Mostly the delays are due to scope creep and the risks we talked about. We flagged them. And we hoped that the risks won't surface, but unfortunately they did both times. And that is the reason. I think maybe we need to change the way we treat risks, and maybe in future we need to understand your strategy and goals better to make sure that we avoid this kind of frustration. I hope that we can collaborate together and define the way we approach risk and the way we approach scope creep. So maybe we need to change the governance so that we do not allow the scope creep. Then we'll definitely hit deadlines in future. I'm so sorry for what happened, and maybe Also, before we even start looking at the like big strategic things, maybe we can even start with some sort of like tactical. Just discuss where we are right now and what you expect and how we can meet these expectations.
Wow. So now it's my job to help you figure out your delivery problems. You want to collaborate on fixing things after the damage is already done? We paid you because you said you were the experts, not because we wanted a partner learning on the job. Honestly, it sounds like you're spinning excuses. You flagged risks, great, but where was the action? Where was the leadership? All I saw was missed deadlines and vague updates. If we weren't already this deep, I'd pull the plug right now. So tell me, right now, what can you actually guarantee? Not theories, not frameworks, guarantees. Your turn. Stay calm. Speak aloud.
In terms of guarantees, I can guarantee that the whole team is going to put all the effort they have into fixing this issue. I can guarantee that we are going to um, work more with you, but I definitely need this
Client, stop.
strategy.
You just said effort. I didn't ask for effort. I asked for results. You see the difference, right? Because from my side, effort has cost me time, money, and now credibility with my board. And I'm still sitting here with a project that's late and unreliable. So, no, I don't care how hard your team works. I want to know what you will deliver, by when, and what happens if you don't. Do you even have a plan? Or are we still in let's talk it through mode? Your move. Pressure's rising. Speak your response.
Okay, I can prepare an actionable plan by the end of the day, and but I need sponsorship. I need help to avoid scope creep, and I need more proactive risk management to make sure that risks won't affect the delivery of that plan. We're able to estimate and deliver on the um, on your expectations and deliver results. I trust in my team and I trust in our relationship and in the product as well. So I think we're able to do that. Uh, in case we have support that I just requested, because without this support, without timely risk management and help with the scope creep, we won't be able to do that because that was the main reason we had issues in the first place.
Client. So now you're asking me to be your project manager too? That's rich. You say you trust the team. Well, I don't. Not right now. And I'm not here to play co sponsor. I've already done more hand holding than I ever should have. You want support? Then show me you're worth supporting. You say you'll have a plan by end of day? Good, that's your last chance. And if this next phase slips even once, I will escalate. I'll pull budget, I'll reassign the work, and I'll make sure this gets raised at the steering level. You got one shot left. Don't waste it. You held your ground under some serious heat. Well done. Let's move into the debrief and reflection phase now. First off, what triggered you the most in that conversation?
The most triggered thing was, as always, that the client does not really respect that they are part of the delivery, and without their support, we won't be able to fight the scope creep. We won't be able to manage risks in a way that they want them to be managed, because the client provides strategy, the client provides definition of value and what are the outcomes and results, what do they want. If they don't do their part, we can't do it on our side if we are on the delivery side. So yeah, it's always the case, you know. In my estimation, it's always the case that the client does not really understand issues that contractors face. But still, we need to make sure that we're able to deliver. And I just need to prepare this plan with assumptions and then take it from there.
That was a powerful reflection and very honest. You're right, it's one of the toughest dynamics in delivery roles. When a client holds all the strategic levers but doesn't see themselves as an active participant, it creates a power imbalance that's incredibly frustrating and disheartening. What you did well just now was naming the conditions for success without sounding defensive. That's not easy under fire. You stood firm and kept the door open to collaboration, even while being squeezed. Now let's process this a bit deeper. Second question: how did you manage to stay composed in that moment when you were being blamed for things outside your control?
I will be very honest right now. It's just because I'm not emotionally attached too much. When I'm very passionate person myself, and when I appear in this situation, and I understand that the team of like 50 or 100 people are behind my back, and I need to defend them, I am much more invested emotionally, and it's 100 times harder to keep my composure, and I fail a lot because of that, to be honest. But because I wasn't emotionally invested into this discussion, I was able to keep cool. But that's what I am supposed to do on real calls like that. And these calls happen, to be honest, guys. So we need to practice them. All right. So that was the demo of what this game can do and how this game can help you guys. I hope this is valuable, and I hope you can check yourself and try and play this game yourself and tell me if this game is what you expect it to be. Tell me if you are, you know, if you think this is useful. And definitely, please, please, please provide feedback, because feedback on games I make is the most essential thing right now. I don't think the game is like 100% perfect or ready or whatever. It's just another beta and my another try of improving the way I deliver training on PMP or other certifications, or even mentor or coach project managers who I'm responsible for. But still, this feedback you give is essential for me to create even better games in future. So thanks for your support, guys, and please play yourself. I will add the link to this game in description. You can also find it in the store, in GPT store. Just use this name above and you will find it as well. And let's see, share your stories of how you are able to fight this pressure by stakeholders. And by the way, don't be obliged of just using these for conversation starters. You can just write the detailed description of your scenario. Maybe you want to, I don't know, discuss failure on the site, maybe a construction site, and maybe a worker has died. I don't want this to happen, you know, guys, but maybe that's what you want to practice. And maybe everybody is in panic mode and everything is terrible right now, and it's 3 a.m. in the morning or whatever. So you can just write it down and it will get it, and it will emulate the discussion with some angry senior stakeholder that you need to talk to, and you need to keep composure. So try that. Some of you might even want to try and emulate discussion with your wife or a spouse or something. It was interesting as well. I tried that, so you can try that as well. So please share the feedback, share your ideas, and I will be happy to help and support you guys. If you need anything from me, please just reach out to me as well. Thanks so much. Thank you for watching. Bye.